Ja.
Well, evening, everybody. Goedemiddag allemaal daar in Zuid-Afrika. Well, obviously is ons tevreden met die uitslag en dat ons back-to-back Rugby Championships kon wen. Ons weet nie wanneer het weer gespeeld gaan word, so dit was nogal 'n groete vir ons. Natuurlijk was het niet een wedstrijd waar ons, ik denk op het stadion was ons achter met 4-5 punten. Op het stadion was ons voor met 16 punten en natuurlijk was het ver van een perfecte wedstrijd af. Ik denk een positieve zeker dat nou eerder leert terwijl je wint, als dat je leert terwijl je verloor. En Argentinië is een span waar die Leeuws gewonnen, de eerste Leeuws gewonnen, Australië gewonnen, Nieuw-Zeeland gewonnen. En ja, ik denk dat dat was ook bijna om te winnen. So, overal tevreden en happy dat ons het kon doen. Maar steeds baie werk om te doen. En ik denk ja, van die jongens wat ons vandaag gespeeld het misschien nog onder, nadat Nieuw-Zeeland voor Australië gewonnen heeft misschien nog onder zulke druk gespeeld nie. En dat het baie keer gewys. Maar dan ook, ek klomp ons opgekom het bietjie gekalmeer. So, ja, ons is tevreden, ons weet het is baie ver van een perfecte performance af. Maar ja, ons willen nog steeds goed voor ons willen leren in de wereldbeker loop. En ons is de Rugby Championship gewend. So, ons zal het genieten, maar ons weet dat een klomp werk voor een baie harde 5 toetsen en een baie goede span aan die einde van het jaar.
Siyavuya kakhulu siphumelele namhlanje bengikhulula kasiqale kakuqala ngendlela esiqala ngayo but into engibuya ngayo kakhulu indlela esibuya ngayo xa i-halftime into esisithethayo change room singene ebaleni sizenze ngendlela besithetha ngayo change room so besibuya kakhulu kuzo and siyavuya nayo iteam yethu itshintshwe kakhulu udlale amadoda amaninzi apha etimini and ayihambanga ngeli hlobo sifuna ngalo lonke ixesha but ekupheleni kwexesha i-depth yeteam iyabonakala and siyenzela siwine le nto and namhlanje zininzi iimpazamo esenzileyo but siyavuya kakhulu sikwazi ukwenza iimpazamo siwina siyaphambili so yeah uninzi umsebenzi mele simenzile but siyavuya kakhulu siwinile and singathi ngibonela abantu baseMzantsi Afrika ukuthi bayavuya kakhulu ngale nto siyenzileyo ngokwenza history so enkosi nge-support sabantu base-South Africa nabo balapha and kwiindawo zonke esihamba kuzo sinje nini and naxa sidlala siyanicinga naxa ithetha ucoach before uthetha ngexesha kasoloko usikhumbuza uba sisuka phi and sirepresenta abani asirepresenta igroup ethile yabantu base-South Africa sirepresenta abantu bonke so enkosini nge-support.
Congrats, Rassie. Well done. Obviously, you started out the tournament, you said something kind of famous and funny. You said it was a dog shit match. Tonight was a dog fight. Tell us about how hard that was, how tough it was, and when it was that you finally thought you had some breathing room.
Well, half time, you could see the guys were a little bit tired because Argentina came out really playing well and loosening the game up. And we missed a few tackles and so on. We got a yellow card, obviously. I'm not criticizing the referee, but I'm pretty sure the one, Cannon was lucky that the one that he tapped back, it was almost 2 yellow cards there. Could have, if I were Filippo, I would say, wasn't that maybe a red card? They wanted 1 or 2 each of them that I thought, that might have been more than a yellow. So, overall, obviously, I'm not blaming the referee. I'm just saying there was close calls that could have changed the game even more. But we always knew Argentina, they've got a massive fight in them. They take you to the gutters, and we had to swim there in the gutters with them. And I know they scored a try in the end, and when Mane didn't kick the ball out, we were almost going for our 3rd try. And then we wouldn't have won the series with netted points. It would have been maybe a straight out win with 1 point more than New Zealand. But I guess we're proud that, we did beat New Zealand there and they were our rivals now at the end. So overall, happy that we won. Definitely not satisfied with our performance. But as I just said in Afrikaans, rather it's much nicer to learn while you're winning than while you're losing. So yeah, we'll take it. We're rugby in the World Rugby log now. But we are certainly under no illusions how tough the end of year tour will be.
Congrats, Siya. You're back-to-back captain now. What was the message at halftime? What was the message in Oranges that made the team pick up?
No, the message was simple from the coach and the players. We all felt the same. You know, we needed to play more together and we needed to make less mistakes. And obviously, the discipline was important. But you got to give credit to Argentina. You make mistakes and you get ill discipline because they are putting pressure. They're a strong team. We knew they would come out like that. And then second half, we were able to just jump straight into it and change our mindset. And I think in all these games, that's what has made me really proud and as a player and part of this team is how the coaches send messages and we just react. There's no back and forth thing. We're just gonna go, let's go do it. And the confidence that we have, you know, I think I've wore this jersey when nobody wanted to watch us play and when it was hard to get a win, you know, and now at this moment it's no matter how tough it is in the game, we know how to win, we know how to fight, we know how to dig deep. And I think that takes a lot, you know. And I think the way Coach Rassie came in from the beginning, it was the mentality that he just changed how we thought and how he told us to put ourselves aside and realize that the Springboks are a big team and we need to get back to where it needs to be. And South Africa as well, this team has done a lot for the country. It's been used in so many ways. And he got us to understand that we are just vehicles and this team will always be there. It's all about what we want to do when we're wearing the jersey. And I'm so proud of the group and the coaching staff as well. They're always coming with new ways. You know, for a guy who's been here for quite a while, my mind has always been challenged. There's always something new. Coach Tony is coming with a new way of attacking. So that's really been good. And the way that we just adapt and accept and just fight and find ways and find solution. Yeah, I'm really proud of the boys, and the state of the Rugby Championship has been amazing because anybody could have won it at any time, and that just shows that every union is just getting better each and every single time. So yeah, proud of the boys, and I'm so grateful for the people of South Africa, the way they support us, no matter where we play in the world. It's really been amazing. I know what we do on the field doesn't change a lot in our country, but I know the feeling that it gives people that South Africans can walk tall, and people that look at us in the places that we come from, they look at us and say they know that it's possible no matter how tough things are. They look at us and say they made it through everything that they've been through, but they can also get through it. So yeah, we're grateful for all the support as well and the love. This win is not just for us, but the people of South Africa.
Yeah, and Rassie, first of all, congratulations, back-to-back champions. I think that's a massive feat. Rassie, you did mention that there was a lot of disappointment still on the performance of today. I would love to get your thoughts on how the Springboks have gone through the beginning of the season. I think in the beginning of the season, looked like a lot of a first half team and then looked a lot more comfortable there in the second half today as it was last weekend. And I'd just be interested to get your thoughts on how you're viewing the full 80 minutes and how it's getting broken down. You need to catch the play where it feels like we're in total control, but then let it slide at certain points.
Well, it might be a problem then compared to the other teams. I'm not sure if it is a problem because they couldn't put 80 minutes together and win the Rugby Championship. So, yes, obviously we're trying to find the perfect game. And I don't know anybody has done it in the Rugby Championship yet. So, yes, it's a problem that we have, but I think most teams have that. I think one of our goals is to stay in the present, do well, and not just focus on World Cups like a lot of people want us to do, and understand why they say that. But we believe that when we give different combinations chance, different guys under pressure chance, you will have a little bit of a lack of rhythm. And there were patches today where it was brilliant, and then there were, I think, 2 tries we just handed to them. They didn't have to do a lot there. And obviously those moments that it also last week, those moments we must cut out. But I think in the Rugby Championships, not overall, I think we did better than the other 3 teams playing the Rugby Championship. So it's a problem, but I don't think it's one of the biggest problems that some of the other teams might have. And then again, I'm not sure. I think we used close to 47 players. And we gave a lot of guys chances. I would love to give Faf more chance, love to give Franco Mostert more chance. Andre played close to the same minutes as the fly-offs. Morne played really well. I think both Guan and Marnus played really well when they had the opportunities. Luat when he had his chance, and we must be honest with ourselves. Mchunu is not here, Gerard Steenkamp's not here, Salman Murad's not here, Cameron Hanekom's not here, Evan Roos is not here, Elrich Louw is not here. And I can go on. There's quite. Edwill is not here, Kirtley is not here, Fassi is not here. So we also had to dig deep and guys who we thought that will play a lot for us is injured currently or didn't get enough game time. So I put it down to I think if we played the same team the whole year, consistency might have been better and we might have had longer spells and games where it goes well. So probably a lot of that is a bit of taking a risk. And we almost remembered when we went down in Auckland, we were basically third on the table and we had to go and beat them in Wellington with 5 points. And then we had to go and beat Argentina and South Africa with 5 points and we had to go and win a game here. So I think the character was okay, but tactically there's a lot of things to fix. But I think definitely trying to build squad depth played a role in the lack of continuity.
Can I just take the computer away? We've got 5 minutes left, guys.
Congratulations for the win. Today Argentina was local, but the crowd was more South African. Do you think that this game played in Buenos Aires could have a different end with a full Argentinian crowd?
I don't know. I can't tell with that, but you always hear. I said it before on Friday yesterday. Doesn't matter how many Argentinians are on the stadium, you will hear them all along and they will sing all day long. And that's what I love about Argentina, about going to Argentina. They stand together and they stand behind their team, and the team takes energy with that. See during the anthem and even after the game, the way they go and say thank you. And we have a similar thing in our country. We have everywhere we've been this year, the people that came out in numbers. When we were in Auckland, people flew from Taiwan, people flew from Boston, people who weren't even South African came to support the team, So, Coach Rassie says all the time, it's so similar, the two countries, and that's why there's so much respect between the two countries. But, you never know what could have happened. We played Australia at home and we lost, so the crowd can't play for you. They can give you energy, but on the field, it's the players that must do the job.
I think there's no doubt that they're tough they were very tough here, but there's no doubt that they're tougher in Argentina. So, we've lost to them twice there when we've been together. But again, it's not us that chose to play here. It was their own game. They wanted to play here. Obviously, financially, it would mean a lot to them, and to grow their game with spectators across the world, they probably weigh those things up. And again, I think a lot of their players actually play here in the Northern Hemisphere for them to go back to their clubs. It's maybe not that kind of a travel back to. So I think Filippo and his management team is really sharp of that. And as you saw today, the game at the end could have gone their way. So I personally think we are fortunate that we didn't play them in Argentina.
2 more questions, then Argentina's coming in, guys. So one there, one there.
Siya, if you had one message back to your younger self, what would you tell him after today's win?
Maybe drink less.
Yeah, drink less. That was Coach's message to me. Before you leave from answer, please say drink less.
I'll answer it. I think in the beginning, Siya, he can answer it himself, but I think in the beginning, Siya, it was totally new to him to become Springbok captain, and his game suffered a bit under that. But then he grew into understanding South Africa and the way he plays and the way he leads. It doesn't just help the team, it helps the other players, it helps people who maybe didn't have all the opportunities. And as I said, what age did you start playing Springbok? For us, not remember by in those guys.
I was
26
maybe as captain.
Yeah, so as captain there, and I think if he maybe more quickly understood that, but he's on 98 test caps now, so, he came through injuries, yeah, so I think maybe just like all of us, myself included, if we maybe quicker, we're less naughty. You could have had 110 already. So, but the way he's carried himself and the way he's understood what our country is about, I don't think there's a lot that he should have changed, even for the young men.
Last question.
Yes, congratulations again on winning this championship for the second time in a row. But you may not get the chance to win it 3 times in a row next year because of the way the new schedule is with that series, the greatest rivalry against New Zealand. I just wonder what your thoughts were about that and the future of the Rugby Championship. What do you think about it as a tournament overall?
No, we certainly spoke about it a lot this week. Is that we're not sure when we will again play in the Rugby Championship. So I think I played in the regional Tri Nations, one at once as a player. And we knew today, listen, maybe this is the only and last chance, and maybe this is the last Rugby Championship. I'm not 100% how we will work in future, so no, it meant a hell of a lot. And these guys, I mean, we as coaches, none of us as players has achieved what they have achieved as players. Maybe as coaches we did okay, but again, this is something that next year, greatest rivalry. I'm not sure what happens in 2027 in the World Cup year and what happens in 2028. So it was another opportunity for them to, achieve something that not a lot of people. New Zealand has done it many times. The great team that they are. But we've never done it, So it was a nervy week, 2 training sessions, flying over here, some injuries. So that definitely was a motivational thing for us.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Argentina are coming in now.
Thank you.
2 players down.